Hi there! It's time to look at Chainlink through the Wyckoff lens again. If you're new to my sessions, here are the 3 key items I'll cover during the session. So let's start with the weekly chart and look into the big picture of what's happening to Chainlink. So after 4 weeks of red candles, we finally have one white, and there's still 2 days and 6 hours left, so it's not completely determined yet. We are highly likely going through the preliminary support period where people panic sell and whales keep buying a bit by a bit. So we probably haven't seen the selling climax yet. Okay, but going forward, we'll be able to determine. Like last time, the selling climax ended somewhere around $11.30. We are not too far from there. Actually, last week tested very close to that level. Currently, the price is staying still above this uptrend of the previous lows. Alright, so last week we talked about this line that I said, other than the October 10th, all these lows are trying to stay above this yellow dash line. And I am trying to see whether this is going to continue because it's getting very close to the gap or the triangle between the red key level of $13.10 and the dash line. So if I extend this further to, let's say 325, no, we need more, 335. Okay, so this is pointing to end March, early April next year, assuming the price still continues to trade above the white dash line. Alright, if it doesn't hold, like I said, if we haven't yet seen the selling climax yet, then it's very possible that this line is not going to provide sufficient support and eventually will be broken, because November 17th, the week of November 17th, tested this and went lower at the low point. So it doesn't seem to me it's a very solid or very strong support line, just that I've been tracing it, so might as well keeping it here. So every time when we come back, we can take a look and see how far it has gone. Alright. Okay, so that's the big picture. Expecting the accumulation, to continue. And in the daily, this downtrend, within this air hockey table or channel box, is still trading within the lower half or the weaker half of the box. So, assuming we have gone through the selling climax on November 21st, which to me is a bit questionable, because that those couple of days the volume was pretty high, which shouldn't be the case for selling climax. So it may well be still within the preliminary support stage. Alright, so let's see whether the next few days will give us a clearer answer as to whether the selling climax has surfaced yet. Because I already mentioned in the weekly, if this hasn't happened yet, we're expecting more action towards the south. And this hasn't crossed the center line towards the stronger side yet. The good sign is that the volume has been declining, including the 2 red ones for yesterday and today. However, this long wick at the top, when it tested the center line, it's kind of showing that the confidence isn't very big yet. So we hope to see that it moves across to the stronger side and trade over there. So if this is the selling climax, this is automatic rally. Expect more trading and more tests go sideways, and eventually there are 2 breakout time points right after Christmas and close to the middle of January. Those 2 are basically opportunities to confirm whether this downtrend is going to be over or is it going to continue? So the market or the big guys, the whales, are going to let us know. Okay, so that's what the daily chart is telling us, while it seems like it's still struggling along the red key level of $13.10. And going back to the big picture, let's see whether I've missed anything. Yeah, that's pretty much it. It's basically, we are trying to see whether the selling climax has appeared yet, which I hope it is, because the volume is getting to a relatively low level. When we look across the entire year, we are at some of the lowest weeks. So I hope this is really the selling climax, but there's still a slight chance that it is still within the preliminary support, like over here. Okay, there was a week of climbing to challenge the orange key level of $15.20, but then it quickly got rejected the week after, and also the week after next. So let's see if this is a confirmation like this over here, or is it just, like I said, the preliminary support stage where we haven't yet seen the selling climax. So thanks for joining me for Chainlink today. See you in other sessions.